Good evening, friends. Welcome. Glad you could join me tonight. Hey, been doing these Facebook Live concerts throughout a lot of the quarantine, coronavirus crisis, and been trying to do them every other Friday. I don't want to be a nuisance or be on too much to people to get tired of me. And you can hear I have a little audience in the room, my little daughter. Actually, Lilia is here with us. We might get her on camera at some point. She's usually in bed by this time, but tonight we let her stay up a little while. But yeah, I didn't want to be a nuisance, but and do too many of these and kind of space it out. But got a lot of nice feedback in the last week or so about these concerts, and thought I'll do another one. And our situation, if you saw my post there a little bit ago, our situation in Tennessee is that our official quarantine is actually going to be over at the end of the month. Now, there's going to be some restriction first little bit of May, and I don't know all of that yet, but Angie and I have been talking about it. But when I posted that, I realized I didn't want that to sound offensive, that, oh, well, Tennessee's going to be done sooner than a lot of other states, so I hope that didn't bother you. I said that. I feel for a lot of my friends and family out there who are in states where this is going to go on a lot longer. Of course, we'll be feeling the effects of it here for a while still, but I hope you took that well, and I'm praying and thinking about you if you are in a much longer haul kind of situation, friends and family out there, because I realize you're watching me from different places. But at least for those of us in Tennessee, we are officially starting to move out of my wife, I'm looking for agreement over here, move out of quarantine. Going at the end of April here, and there'll be some cultural adjustment and stuff going on for a while after that, and some official stuff there. Anyway, I just decided it was better to do one sooner than later, and I'm saying this is my last official one because of what's happening in our state, but I may come back and do these well after all of this is over. I just thought tonight would be a good way to celebrate. And I'm going to keep doing some nightly songs for another few days after this. You can hear Lilia probably in the background. She's having a big old time. But I'm glad you're here to join me tonight. If I haven't met you before and you're getting this shared with a friend, and there's my Uncle Steve. Hi, Uncle Steve. And if you're getting this shared from a friend's wall or something, you're welcome, Tammy Northey. Then my name is Chris, and I live in Greenville, Tennessee, and I am a music minister here, and I'm just gonna entertain for a little while here from 8 to 10 tonight. Hi, Dad. Dad's out there too right now. I've had a list of ongoing requests that I've been going through, and trying to get to those. There's some still tonight I'm not going to get to. For one, Russ and Tammy, I just haven't had time to learn that song, but I'm going to, and I'm going to make a special post of it at some point for you. Just it's brand new to me. I heard it today and was listening to it, but I am going to do it eventually. Maybe it's one of my nightly songs. But tonight I'm going to try to get to the ones that I know. But Northeast, I apologize for that. But I will get to eventually that song one of these days. But I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. I got a little list. My kids are in here. Lily is actually directly across from me inside her toy box, which she knows how to climb in. It's a pretty big, like, hope chest. She knows how to climb in, but she doesn't quite know how to climb out. So she's tossing everything out as I speak here. Anyway, I have my little backup singer there across the room who you'll probably hear from time to time. And at some point, we'll have to put her to bed. Other thing that I've been doing, of course, if you're new to this tonight, is if you look at the description of this event, well, thank you, Tammy. We love you guys, too. If you look at the description of this event on the post, I have a Venmo account listed there. That's just a way that you can pay money to friends. I put it out there as a way to tip if you want to. You don't have to. I appreciate those of you who have. It's meant a lot to us along the way. This is a totally free concert, but I did want to give people the opportunity to tip if they wanted to, and they already use Venmo. So if you already use Venmo, it's easy. It's just an easy way to send a couple of dollars. Once again, you don't have to do that. I haven't done this for the money or that kind of attention, but I do appreciate it. If you want to, you don't have to. So it's there, and you can find me on that if you already happen to use that app. That's all I'll say about that. But I'm going to have some fun tonight, as we've had the last couple of times we've done this so far, and just start with some stuff that has been on the list or that I picked out. Get a little drink of water here first. One of the things that I've learned about doing these Facebook Lives when you're by yourself is you got to be really ready to be sat down for a couple hours and not move. So I have stuff all around me that you can't see. A mixing board, water, trying to... oh, yes, at some point I will try to bring my family on camera. I appreciate that, John. Yeah, just as Angie and the girls at some point get ready, you'll get to see them. Anyway, and hi, Russell. Good to see you, too. This is what's great about Facebook Live. You get all this immediate feedback. We got the feed over here on the other side if I want to look at it on my computer so I can take and look at what's going on. Take a request in a moment if I can get to them. I've got my iPad to one side as well. And I've actually got a keyboard tonight, and I can do some songs from piano, and I may do that and a little later, switch over to that. Anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to start with one. I always like to start with a song that I've picked out that I'm comfortable with. That gets gets me kind of warmed up. Let me go to my lyrics page here. Just a moment. So this is a song I've been playing for years. Always really I like this artist a lot. He's one of my favorite guitar players and one of, the best of all time in terms of skill and what he's done to change the things that we play on guitar to a large degree. For those of us who play, kind of created a whole style and many styles. And I've always liked this particular song. And you'll know when I started, it's late 90s. But this is just to kind of get me warmed up. Hey, let me know about my sound. As always, my sound is, I'm running it, doing like 6 things at once here. And if there's any issues with my sound, balance, too much reverb, whole thing's too soft, just let me know. You can post a comment. And maybe if I don't catch it, my wife will, because she's got her phone handy somewhere. She's looking at me like, probably not. She's also got 2 little babies over there. We can use this first song as a bit of a sound check. How's that? Here we go. If I could reach the stars, pour one down for you, shine it on the heart, so you could see the truth. Then this love I have inside is everything it seems. But for now I find it's only in my dreams, and I could change the world. I could be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change. If I could be king, even for a day, I'd take you as my queen. I'd have it no other way. Then our love would rule this kingdom we have made. And I'd be the fool wishing for the day, and I can change the world. I could be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, maybe, if I could change the world. Maybe if I could change the world. And I can change the world. I could be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world, baby, if I could change the world, baby, if I could change the world, baby, if I could change the world. There we go. Hey, thank you. I have my little audience of 3 here. Hopefully my sound's okay. Thanks for the comment, Valerie. I actually reached over and turned up my master volume out a little bit in one of the breaks there. So hopefully that improves it a little bit, and I'm not distorting on your all's end. Yeah, I turned that up a little bit for you. Dial back the if there's too much reverb, we can dial it back. We got a little speaker in the room that tells us that. Okay. Well, that was fun. That was kind of one of my choosing to get us going. Now, send me your request if you have them live. I got a little feedback in here. I'm going to just dial that back. If you have them live, and I've got some to get through on my list. So I had several good requests that have come throughout the week, that came today, that came on previous concerts that I did, and I'm trying to get to some of those that I haven't done quite yet. This was one that I hadn't thought of this song in a while, but I did a song that's a good contemporary Christian wedding song last week that I hadn't thought of in a while, and Paul Helpenstein reminded me of this next one, so I spent a little time with it. I've done this before. And hi, Michaela. I hope you're well, too. Good to see you out there. So this is by a fella. I've done this at 2 or 3 weddings along the way. Make sure I get the words pulled up. Bebo Norman. This is a wonderful song, if I can get the lyrics. Let me get to the side I need to. This is one of those story songs, talks about how God orchestrates everything in our lives. He's a God of providence, and tells the story of 2 people getting together through God's work in their lives. Let me get to these words, and I can pull them up. Let's see if I can dial back. Just a little feedback that I'm having in here. Check. 1, 2. Hello. Hello. Check 1, 2. I think That mostly got it. Hello? Check. Okay. So, this is Bebo Norman's song. Great song to do at a wedding. Pass some of those along. And this is called Pages Turned. Let's see if I can get these words where I can see them. I have to reach over and switch them here and there. Actually, I'm going to copy and paste them over. Just a moment. In the meantime, you can probably hear I got company in here if you're just joining me. I've got my Lilia Sparrow and my Savannah Kelly close by with their mom, not too far. Lily is walking over here and clapping right now. And there's Lilia playing the keyboard. She makes her debut. She likes to do that. Actually, Hun, since you're sitting next to me, can you run these words for me so I can see? All right. This is a great song, and this is new. There's my wife. I'm going to try to do this. Can you make them regular size? Thanks. Oh, I lost it. Yeah, just keep them the regular size. Thanks. So many tech things to work out. Pages turned by the wind, boy in curly grin, with the world to conquer at the age of 10. But as history unfolds, the storybook is told. We find salvation not at the hands of man. God of second chances, and let him dance through a world that is not kind. All this time, preparing him the one to hold him up when it comes undone, beneath the storm, beneath the sun. Now a man, here you stand, your day has come. Pages turn in this world to reveal a little girl with the heart that's bigger as it is unfurled. The language in her soul that's teaching her to grow. With the careful cover, love that will not fail. And the God of second chances picked her up and let her dance through a world that isn't kind. All this time, preparing her the one to hold her up when it comes undone. The storm beneath the sun, grown up tall. Here you are. is making her his wife. And there is no secret to the source of this much light. The grace that falls like rain is washing them again. It's a chance to somehow to rise above this land. When the God of second chance will pick them up and let them dance through a world that is not kind. All this time, you're staring with the one holds them. They come undone with the storm beneath the sun. Once again, here you stand. Once again, here you stand. Your day has come. Thank you, friends. Sorry for where I butchered that in places. Trying to remember it. Been a long time. Spent a little time with it today, but that bridge was kind of melodically a little bit more made up than what it could have been. But you get the idea. It's a wonderful song and worth a listen to Bebo's original version, of course, because mine doesn't do it justice. But anyway, thanks for that request, Paul. I hope you're seeing this and can. Hey, here's Lilia Sparrow. She's come to join us. Say hi, Lilia. Lilia, you want to... This is what Lilia does. We say, Lilia, you want to blow kisses? Blow kisses. She's too shy now.
I don't want.
No, blow kisses. Give him kisses. There it is. It's one of the things Lilia does. So anyway, Lilia wanted to make her debut tonight because she's usually asleep. And there's Savannah. I got my girls here next to me. Yeah. Honey, is it getting close to bedtime for this one? All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to say a prayer for Lilia. We do this every night as we put her to bed. So let's do that real quick. And then Lilia can get some sleep. Lilia, let's pray for you. You can pray with us, friends. God in heaven, thanks for this one. And we just pray that you give her a wonderful night and that she'd sleep well and through it. And that you just draw her closer to you and help us as a family to do that as her life unfolds. We love you. Amen. She's getting a little cranky, so that means it's almost time. Say goodbye to Lilia. So I'm going to keep going down the list and look through songs that I've got. Hopefully my sound's still okay out there for you. This was a really good request I got. I hadn't thought of this song in a while, but I've always really liked this particular song. There's not a lot of songs beyond this that I can name by this group. I'm sure those of you who are fans of them know a lot more of these songs, a lot more songs by this group than I do. But this is one that's a big hit of theirs that winds up on a lot of compilations and got a lot of airplay. And Valerie, this was a good request, so they're all good requests, but this is one that I knew pretty readily. So I'm going to try to do this and see if I can do it justice. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. So, thanks for joining me. If you're just now tuning in, I'm going to be here live on Facebook for the next roughly hour and a half or more. Playing your requests, feel free to send them to me live in the moment, and I'll try to get to them as best I can. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a great song. I've done this a few times along the way. And always thought this was a cool tune, creatively written. It's one of these songs starts in a whole different key and then comes back around. To the key you actually sing in. So, see if I can do it justice. You home, we got down to the gate, and I was dreaming of the night. Would it turn out right? How to tell you, girl, I wanna build my world around you. Tell me that it's true. Wanna make you understand I'm talking about a lifetime plan. That's the way it began. We were hand in hand when Dylan's band was better than before. They yelled and screamed, and the porter too. All too soon. And on the way back home, I promised you'd never be alone. Hurry, don't be late. I can hardly wait. I said to myself, when we're old, we'll go dancing in the dark or walking through the park and reminiscing. Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We got down to the gate, and I was dreaming of the night. Would it turn out right? Skip a little part here. Do that verse again. Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We got Yeah, I got tripped up on the words there, repeating the first verse. Apologies for that, but it just made the song a little longer. So that's a great song, and kind of a challenge to figure out how to do on a solitary instrument because it does a lot of weird stuff. I'm just curious, my wife over here, did you know that? Had I ever played that for you? Little River Band, who that was. I'm going to do one more on the guitar for right now. You're very welcome, Valerie. So I have had some good requests. They're all good, like I said. And I'm going to do one more just on the guitar before I switch over and do some stuff on piano for a little bit. This is a great old song. Now, of course, the version of this that I do is Clapton's version. Even though this was written by Dylan. Alan, you requested this. So this is a good one. I don't do the Dylan version because I don't sing like Dylan. Dylan's voice, he writes great songs, but his voice is his voice, and it's he does his own thing, and I kind of like, I'm a more stick to the notes kind of guy. But I do Clapton's because this is the one that I had on an album growing up and like his version a lot. If I can get to the words here. So, great song. Let me get there. Be a lot of fun. Glad you're joining me tonight. Hope you are well wherever you are. Friends, family, whether you be in Tennessee or another state. Try and do some requests. Feel free to send me your requests in a moment, and I will try to honor them if I know them and play them. So, yes, we've got Lilia onto bed, and I think she stopped making noise at this point, hasn't she? She gets to bed pretty quickly most of the time. Got a little noise machine. It's not really a noise machine in there with her. It's actually just a CD with white noise on it that we made for her. And it works wonders. Yeah, this is one I've never done before. I like this song a lot, though. Kind of fun to sing. Let's see here. There it is. All right. I think I'll stick to G. Take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Mom, take these guns away from me. I can't Take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark. It's too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. Thank you, friends. I've never done that. I don't think I even practiced that. That's one of the most interesting 3-chord songs that there is. It's G, D, and A minor 7. So I was trying to make it as interesting as possible with a single guitar playing that. Thanks for joining me so far tonight, friends. Hopefully my sound is okay out there. Got a little different tool out tonight. Hadn't used it yet for one of my live concerts because it's a little tricky to get everything set up around it. But got a keyboard set up, and I can do some piano songs, which I'm going to try to make sure things are secure on this side. So send me your live requests, and I'll try to get to them. This was one that I've actually sung this one at a wedding along the way. And actually didn't play anything on this, which is kind of unusual for me. I got this has been probably 15 years ago. I actually did a wedding for some people I didn't know. A friend of mine said they needed a singer, and I went and I did this, and thought I was going to have to play it. So I learned it and got out there, and they had a pianist, and I just sang. It's really written as a duet, and but I'm going to try to do it justice. This was a request that came in today. It's a good Shania Twain song. Let me get the words pulled up. Get a little combination instruments here. Starts kind of low and it gets higher because it keeps changing keys. From this moment, life has begun. From this moment, you are the one right beside you is where I belong. From this moment on, from this moment, I have been blessed. I believe for your happiness and for your love, I'd give my last breath. From this moment on, I give my hand to you with all my heart. I can't wait to live my life with you. I can't wait to start. You and I will never be apart. 'Cause my dream came true because of you. From this moment, as long as I live, I will love you. I promise you this, there is nothing I wouldn't give. From this moment you go. So I didn't learn how to play that 15 years ago in vain. So now I can actually do that. So get to do some different things here. I got the keyboard. Let me know if my sound is okay out there still. It's a little different balance with the keys. Bernice, that's a great request. I'm going to see if I can do that. This is old school Amy Grant song. Now, I'm going to butcher some of the language that I don't know how to pronounce. Thank you, Uncle Steve. But those of you who know some old school Amy Grant will know this. I don't know that I've ever really sang and played this. Maybe I did years ago, Bernice. Maybe Dad did. I can't remember. Get me a little water to drink here. Yeah, let me know if all the audio out there is good still, friends. I don't think I've ever played and sung this, at least in recent years, but I'll try it now. I think Dad and I used to do this one a lot when I was growing up. Thank you, Ricky. Those of you who know some early Amy Grant will know this. You'll probably know this, huh? You are very welcome, Julie. That was one that I knew pretty readily, at least kind of how it went. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Elyon Adonai. Age to age, you're still the same. By the power of the name, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Erkam Kana Adonai. We will praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. hadn't thought of that in a long time. Thank you, Bernice. Now you know it, right, hon? Yeah. That was fun. You never know what I'm going to do in these concerts, and I don't either to some degree until we get in the moment. It's a good request, Dad. I'll try to get to that. That's a good one for me to do at some point. Well, as long as I am on piano, I'm going to make it work for a little while. So I thought this was a fun request. This next one. And I have done this. My band actually has this in our repertoire, but we've never really done it live much. We've rehearsed it a few times. And it's an Elton John song. The thing about Elton John, I love Elton John. He's the one British performer, vocalist-wise. You're very welcome. Very welcome, Bernice. Thanks for the nice compliments, friends. Elton John's the one British performer who you can't understand a word that he that he says. So it's always interesting to look and see what the words actually are because he sings with such soul. So this will be fun. I've never performed this live, really. Let's see what I can do with it. Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, pretty eye, pirate smile, you marry a music man. Tiny dancer in my hand. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. In the lights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of land. Smile, you merry music man. Ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand. Now she's with me, always with me, a tiny dancer in my hand. But oh, it feels so real, lying here with no one near, and only you, when you can't hear me, and I say softly, slowly, hold me closer, tiny dancer, and count the headlights on the highway. Maybe now the streets are landing. You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Every morning sheets are landing. You had a busy day today. That was fun. I don't warm you up vocally. And it's a long song too, right? And she's like, stick to the piano for a little bit here. Look at my request list. Feel free to send them in the moment. Yes, my wife has a thought. Yeah, I got a Billy Joel song I'm going to get to here very shortly. Hi, Cousin Audra. Good to see you out there. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Brandon. Excuse me. Going to try to keep moving on down the line here a little ways. Actually, I'll go ahead and do Billy Joel. Dad suggested a good one. Yeah, I was looking at the words and reading them, and I still didn't understand what they meant. So, stream of consciousness. Hi, Jamie. Glad you're here with us. Elton songs. Well, he writes with someone else who writes all his words for the most part. So, very stream of consciousness, sort of poetic lyrics. I need a pop filter on my microphone, evidently. This is a good Billy Joel song for me to do. Kind of an undersung one, like a lot of his are. Let's see if I can make sense of this one. As long as I got the piano out. All right, give this a try. I have done this one a time or two. Silence made you and you're the only one who knows. So I will choose to be with you. That's if the choice were mine to make. But you can make decisions too. I have done that before. I actually sang with a wonderful ensemble in my time at ETSU, and we varied number, but $8 worth, $7 worth, that we did an a cappella arrangement of that. That I wish I had a recording of us doing it. It's one thing I don't have a recording of. I have lots of things from our time together that I got recorded. We did an arrangement of that by the King Singers, and it was a nice version. If you ever want to hear a good arrangement of that, the a cappella version by the King Singers is wonderful. It's out there on YouTube and many, many places. Yes, honey, my wife is signaling me. Okay. Yeah, as long as I'm at piano, I can do one more Billy Joel song. As Angie's requesting. That's all right. At least they're songs that I somewhat know. Yeah, I'll try to do that one. Another Billy Joel song, and then do some switching around. Let's see. That's all right. I can make this work. Let's give this a try. What's that, hon? Yeah, it is nice to have the piano set up. Musicians out there may be wondering what keyboard it is that I'm using. I have got, and I've had it for a few years, the Yamaha MOXF8. They've upgraded it a little bit since I got it 5 years ago, but it's like the sound engine of a Motif, which was their premier kind of portable electric piano and synthesizer for a long time. It is a great machine. You can do a lot with this thing. I'm just using a couple of sounds on it tonight, but for my musician friends out there, you may be wondering which one I've got. That's one, 88 keys, basically weighted. I wouldn't even say semi-weighted. It's pretty much weighted. Great machine. No speakers on it, so you're got to run it in like a Motif into some speakers. I've got one in the room. The sounds sound a lot better in stereo, and I'm not running that way tonight. But not that clever with my phone and Facebook Live, but I'm going to try this. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, and hop a flight to Miami Beach or Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state line. Stars in their fancy cars and their limousine, a bit high in the Rockies, under the Evergreens. But I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to wait I'm in a New York state of mind. What's so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily comes down to reality. Well, it's fine with me, 'cause I let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. I just know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. What's so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm. But now I need a little give and take. New York Times, the Daily comes down to reality. Well, it's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. I don't know what the reasons, left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. Just taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. 'Cause I'm in a New York state of mind. That was for you, babe. She asked for that. Yeah, it's that ending I remember. Anything goes at that point when you line the last chord in that song. Be as dissonant as you want. I've had requests today for 2 or 3 hymns. I'm going to try to do them. Kind of in a medley real quick, because these are good. Maybe in a minute I'll have you come up, but I don't know what my wife said, you want me to come join you? I don't know exactly what I'm doing until I get into this, so I don't know. So I'm going to try to do these. These are 3 great hymns that I'm going to try to do kind of as a medley real quick that have been requested throughout the day and just now. Let's see what I can do with them real quick. I'm going to make up a medley on the spot. All right. Give me just a moment. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thought it'd be fun to go ahead and do another one. And I've had really good feedback I wasn't sure when I started doing these a few weeks ago, that it was something that friends would tune in for. But I've had a really good response, and it's a lot of fun to get to entertain you all through what can be a trying season for most of us, and just kind of be hopefully a bright light for you. Let me get these words pulled up together, and see if I can make sense of these three songs in one. Okay, I'm going to bounce around. These were three great hymns that were requested today. I'm going to do them together. Thank you, Mary. All right. Get a little orchestral sound going here. Pick a key that I like. I can do that. Hold on. Just a second. All right. Hold on just a minute, friends. Here we go. God sent his son. They called him Jesus. He came to love, heal, and forgive. He bled and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth living just because he lives. And what a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. take and shield. Thou wilt find a soulless thing. Just be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Not be all else to me, say that thou art. Thou my best on my day or my night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my life. High King of heaven, my victory won. May I reach heaven's joys, O bright heaven's sun. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, O Lord of all. Still be my vision, O Lord of all. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth living just because he lives. And life is worth living just because he lives. Thank you, friends. That was fun. I didn't know where I was going until I got into that. Just had the lyrics next to each other. I hope that was a blessing to you. Glad to put those together. Hopefully my sound's a little better. I did make some adjustments on the vocals there. Got to stay on this mic a little closer, too. I've been doing this a little bit. Well, you're very welcome. Very welcome, Sarah. I'm going to move along. I'm going to leave the piano for now because, and I can come back to it if I need to, but I'm going to move around to guitar, do some other things that have been on my mind a little bit. With you for the next 40, 45 minutes or so. Going to keep playing. Thanks for joining me tonight. Got to play some things tonight. You never know what's going to happen in these shows. I don't know what's going to happen. But try to have fun. Try to honor as many requests as I possibly can. By the way, I finally got my... You probably noticed, I wear the hat every time. That's kind of my look for when I play. I like to wear the hat. But I have all my hair gone. You're very welcome, Kathy. I'm one of these guys, I don't go once a month to get my hair cut. I'm cheap. And so I wind up with several looks throughout the year. I wind up with really long hair for a while. I get it cut about every 3 months. And so my hair goes through lots of seasons. And in quarantine, I haven't been able to get it cut real well, and Angie finally decided she was going to do it for me. Her dad shaves his own. He's got a guard that he uses, a razor, and we went over to their house, and she cut through it, realized very quickly that she had her work cut out for her, and I have a lot more hair than she thought, and anyway, she wanted to be real creative and keep it longer on top, but I told her, I said, I love you, hon, but you're not a hairdresser, so let's just use the guard. That's what it's for. And didn't she do a great job? This is probably the shortest any of you have seen my hair, those of you who know me. But had to point that out because my wife did such a good job. This is a song that I was thinking late 90s and thinking songs I liked that were in movies and used as themes for movies. And thought this might be kind of fun to give it a try. Here we go. This I've done a few times. Really like this song. How do I love you? Let me see. I love you like a lyric loves a melody. Baby, completely wrapped up in you. How do I need you? Oh, can't you tell? I need you like a penny needs a wishing well. Baby, completely wrapped up in you. Every now and then when the world that we're living in is crazy, you gladly hold me and carry me through. No one in the world's ever done what you do to me. I'd be sad and lonely, never know. How do I love you? Don't count the ways. There ain't no number high enough to win this race. Baby, completely wrapped up in you. Every now and then when the world we were living in is crazy, you gladly hold and carry me through. No one in the world's ever done what you did to me. I'd be sad and lonely where there were no you. How do I love you? Don't you know I love you right as deep as any love can grow. Baby, completely wrapped up in you. Baby, completely wrapped up in you. Bet you haven't thought of that one in a while. That's a fun song. Can't remember what movie that, maybe was Hope Floats or something, had that as on the soundtrack, kind of late 90s. I'm going to go back to my request list. I don't want to ignore good requests, all the requests I've got. Let's see. If you got one, send it. Been through a lot. Let's see. So I really like the music of John Mayer, and had some requests along the way to do more John Mayer stuff. Thank you, Brandon. So I'm going to try to hit one real quick. This one I always thought was fun. He likes to write songs that are about his life. Ooh, I'll see if I can maybe do some. I might be able to do some Hall notes. We'll see. I got to think of a good one. This is one of his that came out my senior year of high school, maybe. We actually, a couple of friends and I did this at our class night, which is was our night where all the seniors, light the candles for the juniors and all the announcements about who got what scholarship. It's sort of a big deal. But we did this song just kind of as a moment, a special song from seniors. I mean, other than the fact that it's about life in the future. It's not really, it was just kind of a random song for us to do, but I really always liked it. And I've heard John say that it's about something he calls a quarter life crisis. Which he likes to write a lot about his stages of life. I think about the song like No Such Thing, which is about some of the pressures of high school being silly that he wrote. And then I think about this song, which is his quarter life crisis song, and then a song called Stop This Train, which is about getting older in your 30s. He likes to write about those stages of life. I'm going to give this a go. I am driving 85 in the kind of morning that lasts all afternoon, just stuck inside the gloom. Four more exits to my apartment. I am tempted to keep the car and drive, leave it all behind. 'Cause I wonder sometimes about the outcome of the silver-lipped life. Am I living right? Am I living right? Am I living right? Why, Georgia, why? Rent a room and I fill the places with wooden places that make it feel like home. All I feel is lonely. Might be a quarter life crisis, just a stirring in my soul. Either way, I wonder sometimes about the outcome of the silver-lipped life. Am I living right? Am I living right? Am I living right? Why, George, why? So what? So I've got a smile on. It's hiding the quiet superstitions in my head. Don't believe me. Don't believe me when I say I've got it down. Everybody's just a stranger. That's the Yeah, it's a great John Mayer song. My wife is looking at me as though she has something to tell me. What's up, bud? Oh, she's being approving. Thank you, my love. By the way, my wife does have a name. I know I often refer to her as my lovely wife, which I get funny comments about. Thank you, Leslie, for the jokes about that. Her name is Angie. She's wonderful. She's hanging out, trying to keep me focused and give me somebody to sing to in here. So I do think I'll go ahead and do Paul Simon's song. See a request about that. There are a couple that I know pretty well. I like Simon and Garfunkel's stuff, but I like his stuff on his own was really interesting. And this is one of his that I've done several times along the way. That is actually based on, if you know the song, "O Sacred Head Now Wounded." Let me see if I can get to this. It's basically, he's taken that melody and built this story about the people coming over on the Mayflower. Kind of mid-70s probably is where this comes from. And if you've heard the song, "O Sacred Head Now Wounded," then you will recognize some of the melody. But I like a lot what he's done with this. And I know this one well, so I'm going to try to knock it out. Let's see how it goes. This is called "An American Tune." Many is the time I've been mistaken, and many times confused, though I've often felt forsaken and certainly misused. But I'm all right. I'm just weary to my bones. Still, you don't expect to be bright and born, so far away from home, so far away from home. I don't know a soul who's not been battered. I don't have a friend who feels at ease. I don't have a dream that's not been shattered or driven to its knees. Oh, but I'm alright. I'm alright. For we've lived so well, so long. Still, when I think of the road we're traveling on, I wonder what's gone wrong. Can't help but I wonder what's gone wrong. I dreamed I was dying. Dreamed that my soul rose unexpectedly. And looking back down on me, she smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying high above my eyes, could clearly see the Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. And I dreamed I was flying. We come on a ship they call Mayflower. We come on a ship that sailed the moon. We come at age's most uncertain hour and sing the American tune. Oh, but it's all right. It's all get some rest. And I dreamed I was dying. I dreamed that my soul rose unexpectedly, and looking back down on me, smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying. Ricky, unfortunately, I don't know that Angie and I know that one. However, we can do one together. Shallow, that one I'm not familiar with. But we can do something together. We'll do something for you. What do you think, hon? You want to come join me for a song? Come on up. We'll think about it while you're headed this way. I got to get Angie up here at some point. I know a good one we've actually done at church together before, and it's been a while. Give me just a second. I'll pull these lyrics up. We'll get Angie in the shot where you can see her. No, people want to see you, hon. This is a third day song that she and I have done together a time before. This comes straight out of Scripture. She's like, what song is this? We've done it together at least once. We'll get Angie where you can see her. Hold on just a minute. You know, one of the things I've been trying to... Yeah, Uncle Steve, cheer on. So I'm doing these Facebook Lives with my phone, and one of you tech-savvy people out there might not do this, but the reason that you get the strange portrait version of my feed and not landscape is I can't figure out how to do Facebook Live, and I'm pretty tech-savvy, at least with the audio side, in landscape mode. So if somebody knows, you can tell me. I can make this whole thing look a lot better in the future. But I have Googled that a time or two, and it may just be the phone I have, or the update that I don't have. Who knows? So get a nice narrow shot there at home. But we can get Angie in the shot. This is a great third day song. We did this around close to Easter time, maybe. Last year on a Sunday morning. Just straight setting of Scripture. You kind of take turns singing verses because it's the same verse over and over again. Get where they can see you, hon. They've seen me. They've seen. They don't need to see me. You want to take the first time? I'll take the second time. He was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our sin. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him. By his wounds we are healed. We are healed by your sacrifice, by the life that you gave. We are healed He was
bruised for our transgressions, he was crushed for our sins. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him. By his wounds, by his wounds, we are healed.
We are healed by your sacrifice, by the life that you gave. We are healed, for you paid the price. By your grace we are saved. We are saved. He was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our sins. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him. By his wounds, we are healed. Oh, and by his wounds we are healed. What can wash away my sins? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Yay. My lovely wife, Angie. Thank her for joining me. Yeah, sorry, Ricky, that we don't know your request, but we wanted to do something for you there. Getting close on time. We're 9:42, got about 18 minutes.
See if she would say Dada again.
She's been saying dada. I think it's more of just a noise that she likes right now, but she started talking a little bit. She's shy in front of the camera. You say dada? Can I make you laugh? Not in front of the whole world here. Not in front of the world.
Apparently not.
She's like, no, never mind. I'm going to keep going for another... You're welcome, Ricky. I'm going to keep going for another 15 minutes or so. Unless, honey, if you think of one more we can do together. We may get to that one, Dad. Yeah, let's do that, hon. We can do something we haven't done anything like before. You want to look up the words for that one? We'll do one more duet together. Then after that, I'll try to get to the You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive song. I like a lot of musical stuff. I like stuff by... yeah, Kendall, we could do that one again as well. We've done that before, but I'd be glad to do it again. We can, after that, do Love Never Fails again. Might have our last 3 songs picked out there. But we'll do this one, and then we'll do that one. Oh, good, they divided up. So I like a lot of stuff, musical writers, right? Andrew Lloyd Webber, a lot of his stuff. Stephen Sondheim, kind of the names in musicals for the last number of years, last generation or so. And actually, the only Broadway show that I have seen on Broadway is Phantom, which I had not seen anything before. This was 2003, before the movie came out. And just thought it was great. Of course, he wrote Evita and a lot of other great shows. This is one of his that's we've not done anything from a musical yet, and Angie's wanted to along the way, and I thought it'd be fun. Do it in C, okay? The original key is D flat. Let's take it to C. And I'm good to have it divided up. And if you've seen Phantom, you'll know this. You'll know this particular song, and then we'll do Love Never Fails for you there, Kendall. This out on guitar. Okay. talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
Every waking moment, turn my head with talk of summertime.
Say you'll meet me with you here, and always promise me that all you say is true. That's all I ask. Let me be your shelter. Let me be your light, your strength. No one will find you. Your fears are far behind you.
All I want is freedom, a world with no more night, and always beside me, to hold me and to guide me.
And say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you need me with you here, beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. That's all I ask of you.
You'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word and I will follow you.
Share each day with me, each night, each moment.
You love
You
me,
know I do. Love me, that's all I ask of you. Share each day with me, each night, each morning. You know I do. Me, that's all I ask of you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you. That was fun. Remember the Phantom comes in and ends on a minor, goes, all I ask of you. Yeah, all right. Thank my wonderful wife for that one. That's a great suggestion. Let's do, we got a request to do Love Never Fails again. It's also fun to figure out those chords on the guitar. My voice is also hitting the end of the night. Got our last couple of songs. That's all right.
Let's give you the high song right
Yeah,
at the
that's right.
end.
Couple more for you here. We'll do this one.
You gonna say da-da now? You say da-da.
Jonathan, I'll go along just for you on that one. I'll do that one last. So yes, I'll We'll do this one, and then I'll do two more. I'll go a little past 10 tonight. Here you go, Jonathan. Here you go, Kendall. We've done this. This is a great one. We never get tired of singing this. love does not boast. Love, after all, matters most. Love is not right. Love does not hide. Love does not keep locked inside. Love is the river that flows through. Love never fails you. Love will protect. Love always holds. Love still believes when you don't. Love is the arms that are holding you. Love never fails you. My heart won't make a sound when I can't turn back around. When the sky is falling down, nothing is greater than this, greater than this. Love is right here. Love is alive. Love is the way, the truth, the light. Love is the river that flows through. Love is the arms that are holding you. Love is the place you will fly to. And love never fails. There you are. There you are, Kendall. Glad to do that one for you. We love that song. I'll let you go give the baby the attention she needs. She's teething bad.
She drinks, you said a little bit.
You say dad a little bit?
No, she
She's like, it ain't happening. Gonna do a couple more for you. Thank you. Angie, my lovely wife. I call her by name. I'm gonna do two more for you. Go a little past 10. One guitar, one piano, and I will be done here tonight. Appreciate you sticking with me, and those of you who've tuned in every week, you're welcome, Kendall. Every week that we have done this of some kind. So there are some names in music that only kind of get attention from those who work in the industry, or not that I work in the industry, but who work in the industry, or people who really look to see who's playing on the records or written the songs. One of those names, a couple of those names. One is Doyle Dykes, who I've shared some of his guitar stuff. He plays in all kinds of stuff for people. Wonderful. I've seen him play a time or two. Christian guy. He's the guy I shared that was doing all the wild stuff on the 12-string guitar, the Chicago song. I'm actually trying to learn some of that stuff right now, challenging myself. He's one of those names. Another one of those names is a fellow by the name of Daryl Scott, who writes songs for a lot of songs you've heard. I actually saw him play at the Paramount in Bristol about 10 years ago, for a lot of other people. And I was surprised how many songs he did. You should look him up. He's on social media and does a lot of stuff. But he's a songwriter, plays guitar and piano wonderfully, and writes some really great country songs. And this is one that, not a huge hit, but it's been done by Brad Paisley. It's been done by Patty Loveless. I really like Patty Loveless' version of it. It's talking about coal country, kind of up in Kentucky. specifically Kentucky, kind of in a generation gone by up there, kind of that West Virginia, Kentucky area up there, and just telling the story of what life was like up there years and years ago. And I always really thought this was a cool song. I've heard Daryl do this, and probably like his version as much as anybody's. It's called "You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive." One more sip of water just to keep me hydrated. All right, friends. In the deep, dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's a place where I trace my bloodline. And it's there I read on a hillside gravestone, "You'll never leave Harlan alive." On my grandfather's neck, across the Cumberland Mountains, where he took a pretty girl to be his bride. He said, "Won't you walk with me out of the mouth of this holler, 'cause you'll never leave Harlan alive." Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning, and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup, whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking how to get away. Well, no one ever knew there was cold up in the mountains till the man from the northeast arrived, waving $100 bills, said, "I'll pay for your minerals," but he never left Harlan alive. Grandma sold out cheap and moved out west to Pineville, to a farm where big rich land were rhymes. And I'll bet they danced them a jig, laughed and sang a new song. He said, "We'll never leave Harlan alive." Times they got hard and tobacco wasn't selling. Well, Granddad knew what he'd do to survive. He went and dug for Harlan coal, sent the money back to Grandma, but he never left Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning, and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup, whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking how to get away. In the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's a place where I trace my bloodline. And it's there I read on a hillside gravestone, "You'll never leave Harlan alive." friends. I'll do one more. Jonathan, you had specially requested this, and now that I got a piano here and I can do it proper, I will do it. And this is a good one for us to end our evening on, because I know, like me, you are probably tired. It's late. It's time to go to sleep, right? And so I'm going to sing you a lullaby here at the end of the night. Let me pull these lyrics up. And I will do this. Be glad to do this. Thank you all who've stuck with me tonight. You've stuck with me each week. I've done this. Now, even though I know that we're a long way from this crisis being over nationwide, worldwide, and even though Tennessee is going to be kind of open back for business slowly the next few weeks, I hope you've enjoyed these through this period. And I'm going to still do a song at night for a little while. And then, who knows, I may do another one again that's post-coronavirus, post all that, a number of weeks from now. So I'm not totally done. It won't be next week, but it may be several weeks from now. I'll do one again. Well, you're welcome, Betty. But I really appreciate you all who've stuck with me, who've allowed me to entertain you through this period. And this has been a lot. I've gotten a lot more positive feedback than I could have ever imagined doing this. And I'm glad for each of you, and I thank each of you. But what I was going to say was, I may do another one of these somewhere down the road. It'd be nice to be able to be in person again, and maybe I'll pick a place where I can be in person. But nice thing is, with this particular platform, I can reach friends all over the place, all over the world, really. And so I can't always get you all together. So, but I'm not finished doing these online concerts. I'll do another one eventually, just maybe a little while. Well, you're very welcome, Ricky. I'm going to do one more here that I know pretty well. Jonathan, since you asked for this, I'll go a little long tonight. Good night, my angel, time to close your eyes and save these questions for another day. I think I know what you've been asking me. I think you know what I've been trying to say. I promised I would never leave you, and you should always know, wherever you may go, no matter where you are, I never will be far away. Good night, my angel, now it's time to sleep, and still so many things I want to say. Remember all the songs you sang for me when we went sailing on an emerald bay. And like a boat out on the ocean, I'm rocking you to sleep. The water's dark and deep inside this ancient heart. You'll always be a part of me. Good night, my angel, now it's time to dream, and dream how wonderful your life will be. Someday your child may cry, and if you sing this lullaby, then thank you, friends. I can think of no better way to end our evening together. I'll be back hopefully sometime soon, maybe post really our whole country getting past the coronavirus situation. But I'm going to take a break from doing Friday nights for a little while. Still going to do nightly song. So if you have requests, still send them to me because I may try to work some in. Sorry if I haven't got to yours yet. It's on a long list for sometime in the future. I really appreciate y'all been willing to join me for these. You all, you're very welcome, Jonathan. Thank you. It's my pleasure to get to entertain you all. I got to get some sleep now. I'm tired. The nice thing about these gigs, you're welcome, Uncle Steve, and you're welcome, Mom. Is that I don't have to pack up. I'm already home, and the equipment can stay up. I just have to block it from Lilia because she'll get into it. Hey, you all sleep well, stay safe, wherever you find yourself, whether you're in Tennessee or another state. Stay safe, and my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody. You all, I count it a privilege to call each of you friends, so thanks for letting me entertain for tonight, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks.